Hey guys, Jess here. I'm back with story number 23 for December Daily, and today I'm going to share with you how to create a photo spread in Canva, which I've talked about a few times. It's just a free application in which you can go in and do various different graphic design applications. There's so much you can use this software for, but I wanted to share with you how easy it is to create a photo spread if you are interested in trying out hybrid scrapbooking. So we're going to go ahead and make a custom sized document. I want it to be a landscape 8.5 by 11. And so I'm over here on the right hand side just punching in my measurements and then hitting create. And then here is your blank document. And over on the left hand side, you can see we're on templates. So I'm going to go ahead and search photo grid. So essentially they have a bunch of pre-made posters or pre-made advertisements or spreads, if you will, for different applications that you can use and customize to make your own. So I thought it would be easiest to find one that had a photo spread that would work for this application. Now what I'm showing you here is I went to go select one and I didn't log in. So in order to use Canva to its fullest, you need to create an account. So there is a free version and there's a pro version. But even with the free version, you actually need to create an account in order to use some of the basic functionality. And so here I selected a free design. The other one was a pro design. So I was trying to show you the difference, but you'll see here in a minute where you need to log in. So I selected a free design here, which had a grid template that was going to work really well. And so up there on the right hand side, there are different action items. So over there, once I select all of the squares, I can hit that duplicate button and it will copy and paste automatically all the photo squares. So I want to fill the page with these photo squares, and the design we're making is filling all of the squares, the entire page with photos. And so now I have my grid started, I want to actually upload the photos I want to use. But again, as you'll see in a moment, when I go to upload, I actually need to log in. So again, if you want to use Canva, you at least have to create a profile to use some of the basic functionality. So I didn't realize this at first, but I also thought it would be helpful to show you that you at least need to create a profile. It is free, but you need to create a profile. So I logged into mine. So now I'm using Pro. So there may be certain limitations that I'm not aware of in the standard version, but you'll get the idea. And you also might be able to see if it's something you really like. So I encourage you to give it a try. All right, so back to the layout. So I double-clicked on that first square that had a default photo in it, and I drag and dropped one of my photos in it. And it's a black and white design or color scheme. So once you arrange the photo in the place you want it to be, you can go over and click Edit Image, and they have a bunch of default photo settings that you can use. So I can brighten it, dull it, play with the shadows. You can do some simple photo editing in here as well to make, bring up the photo quality or make the photo look like you intend it to look like, right? So I didn't want black and white, I wanted it to be color, and there were different schemas I could use to achieve that. And so now I'm realizing I need more grids because I have 25 photos in total that I need to use. So I'm selecting all of them and making them a little bit bigger, as big as I can, and then I'm going to add one more row. So again, copying that bottom and pasting it. And then I really like the way this looks with the white space in between, but I really want my photos, because they're kind of small, I want them to be as large as they can be. So I end up moving all of the photos close together with no white space in between, just so I can maximize the photo size, because these are kind of tiny. So I'm just going through and selecting the different rows and pushing them together using my keyboard. Get them nice and snug in there, and then I can grab them all and resize them. So hopefully you guys are seeing this is really user-friendly, very, very user-friendly. I do most of my spreads in Photoshop, but I wanted to share with you a much more affordable and user-friendly option for those of you who are kind of new or interested in trying hybrid scrapbooking. So now comes the process of going in and finishing adding all of my photos into the spread. So I did speed this up just slightly. So because I did have to go in and edit all of them, change them from black and white to color. Now, with that being said, I could have gone to, there's below templates on the left-hand side, there's something called elements. I could have gone there and built my own grid from scratch. They do have photo rectangles that you can grab, slide, and drop, and I could have done it myself, but I really wanted to show you the easiest way to do it, which is to get a pre-made template. And as you can see here, those pink squares are not photo squares, so I had to replace them with photo squares in order to drag and drop the photo in here on the layout. So there's so much possibility with Canva. It's really just a fun software to go in and play with. And the fact that you have pre-made designs that you can make your own, ample amount of fonts you can choose. They really have thought of everything. It's such a fabulous way to get introduced into graphic design and hybrid scrapbooking. So going in and just, again, adding the rest of my photos and completing this grid. So like I had quite a few, and I was just, it's just dragging and dropping. Oh, I think I had another color square here. I did. So I had to add a photo square, but just drag and drop. It couldn't be any easier than that. Now this is a copy of the spread I already made. Because I was just trying to show it a tutorial, I didn't really fuss with it too much. But if I had more time, I probably would have made my photo squares, I would have played around so they could have been a little taller, because a lot of my photos were pretty tall, and I couldn't fit much of the image in there, so I probably would have played around with it a little bit more. And the original one that I made, I was able to fit more of the photo in there. But again, for tutorial purposes, I didn't want to take all that time and being finicky. I just wanted to give you guys the general sense of how to do this, what the process is, how to use the software. But you can adjust the size of these photo squares individually, find what works for you, and then copy and paste, repeat. And again, if you remember the templates early on in the beginning, there's so many options where you don't have to do all of the same size photo square. You can pick something that has horizontal and vertical compositions for photos. So it's just, it's so fun. Once you get started, and you see what you're capable of doing, it's really hard not to want to keep doing it. So that's why you've seen so much of this in my album this year. I'm just having so much fun doing this these digital layouts and incorporating them into my album. All right, we're getting close, adding the final photos here, and then just adjusting where you see them and the color. And then once we do that, you can go over and download, and there are lots of options in order to download these. So they give you a lot of different file formats, which is really nice. And the versatility, again, is great. I highly recommend, if this is something you're interested in, to upgrade to Pro. It's pretty affordable. You can do a monthly or annual subscription, I think, and it's very reasonable. Again, more affordable than Photoshop, and very user-friendly. So I encourage you to do that. But I believe with the free version, you can still download. I'm not sure what the limitations are, though, so you'll have to look into that. I was just swapping around some photos here. I had realized that I had more photos than 25 squares. I think I added a couple of photos in here that were bonus elf visits, because with the Santa letters and the magic key and so on and so forth. So I had to pick my favorites. So here we are, downloading. So I've gone over. You can do PNG, JPEG, but I chose to do a PDF print. Which high quality and easy to print, you're going to get a good resolution. And then, so we went ahead and hit download, and the document is downloading right now. It's relatively quick. Your PDF is going to pop right up, and you can go ahead and print. And Canva is that easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very quick tutorial on Canva and introduction to hybrid scrapbooking, and I will see you on the other side with the finishing the layout. Hey guys, Jess here. Now that we have created our hybrid design in Canva, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick little tutorial. Definitely go out and check it and give it a play. I think you might really enjoy. We're going to put the layout together. So I created my layout, and now we're going to get it ready to go in the album. And so, as you saw in the tutorial, so I made it 8.5 by 11, and the reason for that is that I wanted to make a little flap. And so this is going to be a little wider with it folded. It's actually a little over 7 1/4, like 7 3/8. So it's going to be a little wider than your standard inserts, but that's okay. I'm all about varying sizes. And the reason for that is that I didn't want to crease down the photo, so I just wanted to keep 2 on the side. So we're going to have like this little interactive flap here. And so when it's in the album, it's going to look like this. And so for this little cover piece here, I've got this cute little elf on a shelf that actually Wyatt and I were coloring one day, and I saw this printable. I was trying to find like printable color pages, and I found the elf on the shelf. I'm like, oh, this is fun. So we each printed off one. He never ended up coloring his, but I colored mine, and this is how it came out. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to save that. I might use it in my December daily, and I have found a way to incorporate it. So I have this fun little printable guy, and so I just backed him in some Merry Christmas paper so he doesn't you can't see all the marker through, and it's nice decorative backing. And then what I did was I took a 3x8 card, one of the journaling cards that I had, and I did our journaling here. And so I am actually going to be putting that here, and I'm not going to do any paper on the back. I'm just going to leave the white showing. And so our little G the elf here is going to be tucked in, nice and cozy, popping out of the side of our little card. And so, and we're going to tape him down, and then that's what's going to open up. I can't do it right now. So we're going to adhere him first to our little card, and then we're going to tape that down there. So I'm actually just going to run the adhesive all the way down. And I just colored him with my Close to My Heart touch markers. I think they're similar to, I can't remember what those markers are called, but you can blend with these. They're really nice quality. Drawing a blank on the other kind, but they're nice, and I don't color often, but you know what? It was really fun that day. I always look forward to the time when Wyatt and I do spend time doing arts and crafts and coloring, because I get, you know, I love just the simplicity of coloring. It's very relaxing. All right, so then we're gonna plop this on here, try to make it somewhat, I don't know, I don't think centered. I think I want a little less on the left and a little more, a little less on the right and a little more on the left. So here we go. And so there you have it, our little flap. And then you can see here, so let's see, I think I can do a little tape right there just to make sure he's secure. I'll do some double-sided, because I don't want to rip them off down the line. There we go. There. So there's our little window. So cute. Opens up and you can see all the shenanigans that G was involved in this year, which is really fun to have them all in like a single snapshot. So then what's left, it's very simple. I found this pretty little, I got some more Ellie Edwards goodies. So this is a little chipboard piece that says Making Magic, which is so true. It's going to fit beautifully right there, and it matches so nicely as well, which I love that. So I'm going to plop that right in the center here to the best of my ability. And then the last of it is my number 23, which is just going to go down here at the bottom. And story number 23 is completed. As you can see, a lot of the heavy lifting was done creating our grid design in Canva, but even still that didn't take that long, maybe 20 minutes. And of course, you know, you can have a lot of fun with the different layouts. Because there were 25 photos, I wanted to make sure that I had all 25 squares, but you can have so much fun with Canva creating your own type of layouts with photos. Super, super easy. But yeah, this is story 23. I hope you guys enjoyed the process, and have a great night. I'll see you in the next video for story 24. Bye.